Hey everybody, Phil Scott here and welcome to another video here on the Everyday Wallet. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the number one reason why you should start saving your money today. In our last video, we talked about the top 4 reasons why people are not saving money. And there are a lot more reasons than just 4, and so I think it's very important for us to come up with one very good reason to save our money. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll go ahead and get started. It's easy to get distracted from saving our money. We can always come up with reasons why we shouldn't save our money, or why we can't save our money, or why we won't save our money. We might see a new phone come out that we want to get, and we're just like, man, I need that phone. And so we go ahead and get that new phone. Either we got to pay for it up front, or we set up a payment plan, and instead of putting money in savings, we're now paying for that phone. Or we want to get a new game system. Or maybe we're just tired of the day in, day out of life, and we decide, I just want to go on this really awesome vacation. I want to go to Mexico, and I don't care what it's going to cost. I'm going. We put it on our credit card, and we accumulate debt. And then, now we have to pay off a credit card instead of putting money into savings. But in order to overcome all of those excuses for not saving money, we need to understand the number one reason why we should start saving our money today. And before we get into that number one reason, I'm going to go over the way that I set financial goals personally and share that with you, and maybe you can take something from that and go from there. I use the SMART method of goal setting. SMART method is specific goals. They are measurable goals. They're attainable goals. They're relevant goals, and they're time-based goals. That's how I like to kind of categorize everything. It helps me figure things out, see where I'm at in the goal setting process, find out if it's a good goal to set, whether or not I can actually get there, and how long it's going to take. Let's go through this goal setting process, this SMART method, with an example of buying a replacement car. Let's just say you've got a car and it's going to last you about another 6 to 12 months. It's been breaking down on you. You've had to do a few extra repairs, and you're just like, man, I can't do this much longer. You got to the mechanic and they said, man, you need to replace this car. We need to set a very specific goal here. You need to get a new car. Well, do you want a new car or do you want a used car? We're going to go with a used car. Now, do you want to just buy it from somebody up the street, or do you want to go to a dealership? Now, let's go to a dealership, get a certified used vehicle from a dealership, and we want a 2-door car. Okay, so we got a used car from a dealership, 2-door. Now, that's a pretty specific goal. We need to make it measurable. What is our end goal in mind, and what do we need to do to get there? So let's set the measurable goal of, we want to get this car for $15,000. Sounds like a good price. It's a certified used vehicle. It's coming from a dealership, so we set the goal of $15,000. Now we need to figure out, are we going to finance it, or are we going to pay that full $15,000? You probably don't have $15,000 just sitting in a savings account. So you're probably going to end up financing the car, getting a maybe in-house financing at the dealership. A lot of dealerships do that these days. They provide their own financial services. So you're going to go ahead and finance the vehicle. Now you need to figure out how much you're going to put down on this car. Let's just say you have nothing in your savings account right now, because you're in that 69% of people that have less than $1,000 saved up. So we're going to start with 0, and we want a $3,000 down payment on the vehicle. See, now we got some measurable goals here. Okay. Next, we need to figure out, is this attainable? Can we actually attain this goal of saving $3,000 for a down payment? Well, if we look at our budget and we say, okay, if I'm financing a car for $15,000, I'm going to have about a $250 a month payment on this vehicle. So I can start setting aside $250 right now to save for the down payment. Now, if we do the math, what does that equal? Let's do 250 times 12. That's going to get us there to $3,000 in 12 months. So we have a car that's going to get us just 12 months. We're going to save $250 a month for 12 months to get to $3,000. There, we have a measurable, we have attainable. Now, is it relevant? Is it relevant to our lifestyle? Well, if you are a family of 6, a 2-door car is probably not going to be the most relevant goal that you need to be setting for your family for a replacement vehicle. If you're a single person or just a young couple, Sure, that makes a lot of sense. So here we go. We have our specific goal of a two-door car. You probably have your make and model already figured out, maybe even the color of the car that you want. It's going to be a certified used from a dealership. We're going to buy it for $15,000. Now it's measurable because we need $3,000 for a down payment. We're going to save $250 a month for 12 months, and that gives us a timeline. We can stop incrementally and make sure that we're there. If after 6 months we don't have half saved up, we may need to reevaluate and see where we're at. And then it's attainable because we're expecting a $250 payment for that vehicle after we finance it. And so yeah, it has to be attainable if we're going to maintain that, right? And so it's within our budget. We're there. Next, it's relevant. We don't need a bigger vehicle. That two-door car is going to work. The last part of the puzzle is time-based. Now you might thinking, hey, we already set a 12-month goal here for this. Sure, yeah, we set the 12-month goal for saving the money, but the whole thing, we need to set a goal, a time-based goal for this, right? So we want to buy a used car. We're not trying to save the money. The complete goal here is buying that certified used vehicle. Our car is going to last us 6 to 12 months. In 12 months, we're going to save up that money for that down payment. By month 13, we're going to be needing that car. We're going to say from start to finish, starting to save to getting that new vehicle, we're going to do 13 months. So now it's a time-based goal, and it also gives us a few extra days, a few extra weeks, just in case we need a little extra time to save up a few more dollars. Overall, that is just the simplest and easiest way to set a goal. It's a smart method. Don't need to make it complicated. I also like to use the KISS method. Keep it simple. So there we go. The smart method for saving up for a car. Now to what this video is really about. The number one reason why you should start saving your money starting today. In order to start saving your money, you need a good reason to start saving your money. And that number one reason why you should start saving your money is going to be unique to you. That's right. It's not a one-size-fits-all reason. Some people, it's just simply get out of debt and have no debt ever. That's why they want to save. For others, it's they want to retire early. Other people may have different reasons, but you need to figure out what reason for saving works for you. My reason for wanting to save money for my future is not limited to just my future. I'm saving money for my children's future and my grandchildren's future. See, I believe it's a good thing to leave an inheritance to your children and your grandchildren. Multi-generational blessing here. That's my view on personal finances. And so my goal is to be as financially responsible as I can be today so that I can leave a good financial legacy to my children and my children's children. So that's my driving force. I don't want to be out there spending a whole lot of money on things that don't matter because I've got a bigger, longer picture in mind. I'm not going out and buying Blu-rays every time a new movie comes out. Why? Because if I'm thinking about leaving an inheritance to my kids and my grandkids are going to look at those Blu-rays and be like, what is this? The way technology is going today, that's not going to matter in 10, 15, 20 years probably. My grandkids, they're not going to care about a Blu-ray. What's going to matter to my grandkids and what's going to have the greatest impact on their life is if they have a grandfather who is financially responsible and in turn taught their parents how to be financially responsible and they learn how to be financially responsible. So it's more than just leaving money to my kids and leaving money to my grandkids. It's leaving a legacy of financial responsibility to my children and my grandchildren. So again, your number one reason for why you should start saving money today is going to be different for you. That's my number one reason why I started saving years ago, is for my kids and my grandkids. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when the next video comes out, and keep on saving so you can grow your everyday wallet just a little fatter.